Welcome back. Happy Father's Day. Today we're going to finish up our table. But first we got to move this Camaro out of the way, get our project spread back out where we can move around and see what's going on. And yeah, let's do that. And then we'll talk about what we need to do and where we're at. Well, we got the table moved out, and we will definitely be able to get one of these stools underneath the table. But even if I move the legs all the way to the outside edge, the bases of the stools I believe are too wide to put both in there. So where we're at right now is we have the frame together, we have the top one, the outside ends are complete. I still need to add some much heavier tack, like 1-inch welds all the way across the back. We need to weld out the outside edge of the strap. We need to figure out a way to add some welds to the front. And then on the inside, I think I'm going to do 1-inch welds all the way around the inside of the frame. And that should stiffen everything up, hopefully. That's my game plan anyway. Again, everything on the top plate is going to be sub 2-inch welds to avoid from heat draw, because we've already screwed that up one time. And we'll move, if we're doing a 1-inch, 2-inch weld on the left side, we'll go the exact opposite side to the right side to do the next 2-inch weld. And that's the plan. All right, let's get set up and get to work. All right, we got our 4 legs tacked into place. Trying to go as true as possible. Everything's sitting relatively level. I went ahead and went along the back side and welded about 1-inch straps across the from the 2.5 down to the plate. Kind of similar to the welds I did along the side. Now I gotta finish the front edge along here. I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to do anything more than put tacks in like that. We'll kind of see. I don't know that I had the experience or did it right. I really should have left that angle iron off the front to put that on first. Anyhow, and then once we get done with that, probably gonna do tacks all the way around the inside of the plate to the frame. Once that's done, we'll weld the legs on all the way. They're just tacked right now. And then we'll fix our internal legs, these things right here. And they will I think I'm gonna have to cut them down. Ugh. They'll go in there. And where's one of them wheels? And then here's a wheel. And then here's a tape measure. And that puts us at what? Yeah, so that's 33 inches. So with that at 33 inches, that was measured off the bottom of the 1-inch lip. So it's really a 32-inch tabletop. Honestly, I don't even know if that'll matter that much. So maybe we'll just weld the wheels on the way it is, flip it upside down, and see what it looks like. Because I think that may be more important than you know, the fact that it's actually right, if that makes any sense. Like I was aiming for 31 or 30 inches table height, but if it's 31 and it feels good, then does it even matter? All right, so anyway, we're gonna finish welding this out, and then I think the top edge will finish up after we get it right side up on its own wheels. You know what I mean? So we'll go from there. I think that's about as good of a bird's eye view as I can give you. So you hang out up there and, you know, make sure I don't screw anything up. She is turning it into a table now. We got the legs on, braces on, everything's welded out as far as the framework. I got my tack welds, like 1 to 2 inch each one, all the way around the inside, all the way around the outside. Yeah. These little 1.5 angle irons are a pain to weld on. It's uphill, flat into a corner, but so I put a couple of tacks on each one. I use my crescent to give it a little flex whenever I put my first tack on to make sure everything was straight and true. So that's where we're at now. We have to finish welding out the 2 cross braces on the legs. The back one's already done except for the top, which whenever we turn it over, I'm gonna do the top. Just think it'll be easier that way. And then once those are done, we got to get our casters welded on. Something like that. I don't know if I'm going to full-blown weld them on, or if I'm just you know, give them a couple real good strong tacks. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't want to boil the, you know, hobo freight grease out of the terrible bearings on those things, but we'll do something to that effect. You know, something to that effect there. And then it'll be time to flip this thing over. That'll put it at 32 inches, 31 inches. I can't remember exactly. It's gonna be slightly higher than the 30-inch spot that I wanted it to be at. But whenever we get it up right side up, I can sit down at it and see what that feels like. If it's basically the same, then I'm gonna just stay with it. And then once we do that, I'm going to put a jack underneath it, jack it up, clamp the inner leg at position for height, and then I'll drill a hole through. And then, yeah, then we're gonna basically be done, other than painting. Here, I'll put you back up on your perch so y'all can supervise. We did it. The table is in one piece and is now capable of rolling around. Got our 4 legs on it. Good to go. Now for the real test. Will it go into the hole that it was designed to go in? Let's find out. perfect. And we got a little bit of mess to clean up, but as far as do the legs go in, they do. All we have left to do now is fill in, 20 more foot of welding. I don't think y'all want to watch that, so we're gonna call it at this. I want to say thank you for watching. If you're considering doing this and you watch this far, a couple of tips. Wear an undershirt, because if you leave your top button undone, it will blister the mess out of your chest. Grind off everything. I tried to do one of the casters without cleaning it, and it started popping and bubbling. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the fast view, but it was making a mess. So prep your areas. And then last but not least, this weld right here was too long, creating too much heat, and it warped the table. So if you don't want that to happen, all the people that I know that are good at what I'm talking about said keep it in 1 to 2 inch welds at a time. I think I'm literally going to do everything else here in 1 inch welds. So thank you for watching. If y'all have another project y'all think I need to do poorly, leave it down in the comments. I'll try anything. We'll talk to y'all next time.